doing and speaking up for the positive and productive representation of our communities.
Facts. Yo, shout out to Just Me. Thank you so much, sis, for the $5. These grifters see themselves as the bully. They were bullies in school, and they bullies online. It's projection. They want black men protected, but won't protect a child. Yo, thank you very much, sis. I appreciate you.
Hope you don't mind if I say this out loud. How wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout out to my man in the Crown Heights Brainiac coming through with the big sponsor of the show. Come on, Sharon. Izzy Nation rolls different.
Sharon.
Deeper than yours, son. Shout out to my man, sponsor of the show, Crown Heights Brainiac coming through, Big Bull, Pitbull style. Y'all appreciate that, brother. That's what I'm saying. Israelite Nation, stand up and show the hell out. Thank y'all, brothers.
God damn it, I like the way you do bit.
It don't matter what the situation, I'm just trying to climb any obstacle a nigga facing. See it through in due time. It's a marathon, you gotta pace it. You can't press rewind, you get left behind. Just grind and the rest be fine. No matter what the
Thank you to everybody supporting the show. Hey, the only reason why I said that, Sharon, is because that's what he calls you. So shout out to Crown Heights Brainiac, no disrespect. Every now and then I call you that or don't call you that. It just depends on the day that you're starting.
And I also want to say I was surprised that Modern Renaissance Man had that position. I'm glad he just dealing with the information that we have, because I think when we deal with the information that is afforded to us at the moment, I don't see how you can have a different opinion, to be honest. Because this is the information that we have at the time, and two, that information comes out differently, and then we should be afforded to change our mind if need be.
And I'm glad he kept the political part out of it, you know.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people that get into this. If you're a person that is of the right, they will go against the other person of the right that has a different opinion. Say, "Oh no, man, you're a leftist."
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Sharon. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Narratives and Dialogues and Modern Renaissance Man on that. I really don't see how people, especially with children, sons that look like us, could think a different way than that. I don't understand that. Yo, shout out to Stanley G. Rock the Block. You can't stop or not. I gave the warning. Yep. Bishop J. Jermaine says, see, me disagreeing with Izzy Bands and others is not me being conservative, quote unquote. Now, I know white folks and I know racist white folks and I check them. Hey, man, listen, you're entitled to your difference of opinion. I just don't see how we could, crucify this young brother. I just don't get it. What's up, Male Monkey in the building? Austin's father was the first one to say in public race had nothing to do with it. All right, shout out to that. But he shouldn't have went to that press conference. That was just bad look all the way around. The day you are born, you are racially assigned. That's interesting. Yo, Corey said, y'all fooled by this fake Al Sharpton. LOL. No, but he's the security. They need to keep him. He's the security, bro. Trust and believe that. K-Dot, the GOAT. What's up, man? K the GOAT said, it's not premeditation. Watch and see can imply many things. The problem is it doesn't specify that's I'll delete you. Yo, and then listen, we are not aware of the conversation. The conversation is about to come out, y'all, when they go to trial. We're not aware of the conversation. Alexis Williams said white people gonna have free Karmelo because this will change the gun and weapon laws in Texas. I don't know about that one.
And the thing is, that a lot of these guys are saying that he coerced him into doing it. Do this man have any kind of do this child? I ain't gonna say man because he's not a man. Do he have any kind of history of mental illness or something? Because how can somebody make you do something?
Which kid you talking about? Carmelo.
Austin?
He has
no Austin.
no. As far as we know, we don't know if he have any mental situation. I mean,
They're blaming him for
we can only go by what we see, what the father is exposing right now, by him going up to the press conference where he wasn't invited. It was for press only. For the fact that he was probably informed not to have any kind of interaction between the family as well. And then number 3, that the father himself has his own SA case that he had when the children were only 4 years old. So all those things could say that, hey, maybe Austin had a troubled life. The fact that the mother and the father, even in a time like this, has not been seen together, it shows what kind of turmoil they have as a family at this moment until we find out otherwise. It's a lot of things that's suggesting that it's something wrong with that side of the family versus the other.
Definitely.
And if I could real quick, one of the things that I kept on getting like off to the side, people kept on saying to me, dude, Ty, I get what you're saying. He had no business bringing the knife to that area. He shouldn't have brought a knife. Well, you know what I like to do is I say, well, but we all was cool though. Listen, we all were cool. When I say all, they know who I'm talking to. We all were cool when that guy showed up with an AR-15 at that mall. And when he started letting off, there was a dude that took him out with a handgun, right? The dude that took the would-be mass shooter out with a handgun, he got praises, right? Nobody's supposed to have a gun in the mall. But the dude that took out the would-be mass shooter, he got praised for it, right? So the reason why I'm saying that is a lot of people don't know that when it comes to certain laws and things like that, like you see these little signs all over hospitals and everything, but a lot of people don't know in order for you to be charged with things like that, it's up to that facility. And it's a joke because it's not a joke, I mean, but it's a joking thing I do with my wife. Sometimes if I got to make a quick run, I'm just telling y'all, I will park in the handicap spot. My wife freaks out. Why are you parking handicap? If the police see you, I said, no, you do know that in order for me to get my car towed or get a ticket, the store that I'm parking in that spot, they have to be the ones to call. The police not just going to pull up and do that. And that's not how it works most of the time. They just don't. So what I'm saying therefore is that in this case, the whole narrative of why did he bring it? I don't know. What if he tell you know what? I like when I got a girlfriend, I got buddies, usually after school or something, we go hiking in the woods. We like sharpening sticks or whatever like that. It can be anything. The point is that no one was crying when that dude brought a gun into the mall, but took out a bad guy with it, you know? So the whole thing of him bringing a knife, it just, I don't know. It can go so many, there's so many variables to it, but it, in my opinion, still, I don't take it as that's premeditated.
They forget Boy Scouts too, you know, because a lot of us went to were in Boy Scouts, you know, and it's just if you buy the little utility keychain, it has a fingernail file on it, a little small knife, and what else is on there? Like a screwdriver, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a can opener, you know, a bottle cap opener. I mean, then there's a small little knife. There's a little file on there. Some of them got the little cork thing, so you can had a little. It's all sorts of little things on those little Swiss knives.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's the only one that's like 26 inches. That's the only one that's like 3 inches, right? Hey, go ahead.
Three and a half. Most likely, he was using that for some sort of job. Most likely, it's not 100%, but that's going to be his plan. Did they send you to Boy Scouts and all that bullshit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's terrible.
Excuse me, but Easy, what was wrong with my picture?
Oh man, come on, Jalen. You had a hood on, bro. We're not doing that, bro. Shout out to you. You had the Klan's hoods on.
That was no Klan hood. That was the movie, the Phantom Killer of the movie.
Okay. It looked too much. It looked too much
close,
like them K
Jalen.
people. It looked too much like them K people, Jalen. I couldn't let you
West.
You look like them K people, Jalen. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Just Me, aka the Angry Woman, $10. Thank you, Izzy and Sharon. Split this. The way my money is set up, I'm just glad to see y'all collaborating for a greater cause. Where the regular folks at? Support Izzy and Sharon. Yeah, y'all support and DJ Witch Doctor too. He's simulcaster too. Y'all support DJ Witch Doctor, support Sharon on his side, and support the Ismailite Nation. And shout out to sponsor the show, my man Crown Heights Brainiac. I appreciate you, Sharon. I sent you split and split, brother. Split and split. All right. So shout out to you.
Simulcasting. I'm finna simulcast now.
Oh
I
Lord,
get what
I don't know how many simulcasts. Wait, hold on. Shout out to America's First Rifleman. Shout out to you with the $5 that you owe me anyway. You owe me another $5, brother. He is getting 20 years. Carmelo, yo, come on, fam, don't do that.
See,
I need my other $5. American
that's the one
Rifleman.
that crashed out and burned and called me the hard ER.
Yeah, he was wilding. Hey, Sin 7 said they are prosecuting him as an adult. Wow, that's crazy. Blaxican said, the cause is racial. The results was not. The backlash was racial. The cry for calm is not. The results will be racial. Damn, I hope not. I pray not. I pray that America has got past that. I pray that we will do better as a country. A studio manager said, why isn't the family demanding to have the videos released if it will prove their son's innocence? Because they haven't released. They probably are going to have it in. Hold on real quick. They're going to get it in discovery when their lawyer has access to it. So they will get the video and they're not going to play it out for the public. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get it in discovery from but you got to understand the DA said he hasn't even got this case yet. The police are not even finished with the investigation. That's why it's way too premature. A lot of the things that people are saying, these charges may be dropped altogether. We don't know. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, they're gonna go in front of grand jury in the beginning of June. So I'm predicting they're gonna bring these charges to a lesser charge. And most likely, they got different words in Texas from what I heard, but it's going to be something along the line manslaughter around those areas, which actually fit the crime a whole lot better for what happens. I think I know
Shanika.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Shanika. Okay, Drip Nation, stand up. Shout out to Drip. Okay, y'all trying to start something here. Israelite Nation.
That's for the nigga in the chat. That's 5'4" with a booty, and you threw. Stop playing with me,
Lord.
One of 12 hours.
Hey, yo, Israelite Nation, stand up. Israelite Nation, stand up. They try to come after the crown. Imperious, man, you know, if you want to come up here, you got to pay to kick somebody off. And I don't know.
We don't want him.
I don't know. You can't kick people that are simulcasting. So I don't know what you're gonna do.
Hold on, B. Then that nigga asked just said I was demonetized. I know you see that red block up there. Stop playing. Let's go.
Who said that? Oh, yo, somebody got mute. Y'all got a lot of background noise that
I was
you're not
demonetized. Some shit.
Who said that?
Ashton just told TMKC I was demonetized. How I'm demonetized with a red block. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, shout out to that. I don't know. Hey, yo, Izzy Band says split and split. Shout out to Sharon. That's for Sharon.
Split.
Hey, Corey TV said a Swiss knife can go through the rib cage and hit a heart cap. Well, they said the knife was only 3.5 inches, bro. I don't know what kind of knife you think that is.
Well, check this out. For one, I can definitely chime in on this. It all depends on the angle or how he was impaled. Whether it was at a side angle like this going up here, or there's an area like right here called the xiphoid process. If it was somewhere in the center of his chest under that part, this part right here, I mean, you can do that's what I was going to add to it. You can do that with a pencil. You know what I'm saying? So if he hit the right angle right up under here in the xiphoid process right there, that can penetrate the heart as well. A lot of people think the heart is up here to the right side. No, it's almost dead right here in the center. But it can be also penetrated through a rib. It can be penetrated with a pencil underneath the xiphoid process. So I don't know that.
But see, that's why I got to see the video, man, because the video will make it all.
And you said it's only a few cameras. That don't make sense. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not easy. It's
few cameras.
Hold on, they probably.
That's what I'm saying. It's not easy to accidentally impale somebody.
Freeze them. Give me a second. They probably have more than one. They have more than 3 or 4 cameras, probably, or videos, but they confiscated 3 or 4 phones. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Freeze on. You got it. Go ahead, Freeze on.
No, I'm just saying it's not. It's not easy to accidentally
like that.
I got to see the video. I got to see the video for it to make sense of it, because it's just to accidentally impale somebody. That's not an easy thing to do.
It's not that he accidentally. He meant to stab him.
He meant to stab him. He just didn't mean to delete him.
Delete the young. And because of the height, so what MRM is saying is like the height difference, the angle that he was standing, how he tried to flinch, all these things play into the fact that he got stabbed where he got stabbed at. He didn't hit a vital organ. It doesn't mean that the young man was attempting to hit a vital organ. It's a lot of things that could have happened where this situation transpired into him hitting this very important part of his body. And nobody walks around.
That's why I got to see the video, man.
And nobody walks around with a 3-inch pocket knife
Come
saying
on.
like, yeah, this is going to be the thing that's going to be
Exactly.
That's a fingernail.
Because then you're gonna have the crocodile have to say, "That's not a knife. This is a knife," right?
And,
So
they're also trying to they keep saying, well, you know, he said he did it. You know, you keep seeing that in chat too. My thing is a young child like that, a teenage boy will, you know, evidently he wasn't trying to run because he was, you know, basically like concerned. And then he's not a person that knows the law. So of course, if you got somebody screaming in your face and you got so much excitement around you, you say, yeah, I did it.
Hey, shout out to Monk Luigi.
That's going to be.
Hold on real quick, Blanco. Hold on real quick. You got a lot of black. Shout out to Monk Luigi, $20. Hold on real quick. Somebody got Monk Luigi, $20 said, legally, AM is right. The stand your ground law will be hard to argue due to Penal Code 931. However, to call him a hooligan is absolutely inconsiderate to what this child has displayed positively for his life. And that's what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying,
Yep.
Monk Luigi, 100%. Thank you. Hold on real quick. Let me celebrate Monk Luigi. Thank you very much, Monk Luigi. I appreciate you. And then, Sharon, you got it, and then Friezo after that.
God damn it, I like the way you do bit.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money.
And then Friezo, you got it.
And I just want to say that people that think that we are making it about race because we're standing for what's right is crazy to me. And this is how we know that people do not like men, fathers that are black to stand up for what is correct. They want us all to be a part of this whole thug situation. We have MRM that is a doctor on the panel, and that is probably a registered Republican, but he could still see the truth for what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with his affiliation, just to have a truthful understanding of the information that we have today. Me and Israel, we don't always see eye to eye, but today we are seeing eye to eye because of the information. It's hard to just deny the information. I could go down the list of everybody that's on here, right? And we could just, it's just the information, and we got to deal with truthful information, especially when somebody is getting a disservice. We got to speak up for it. The people that are doing the right things have to speak up for people that are doing the right things, because the ones that are doing the wrong things, they get all the backing that they already got. Whatever they get, they already have it. So we can't keep allowing the same people that's saying the black culture is trash to now say somebody that's doing the correct thing and say they are trash as well. We cannot allow that.
Or to say the black community doesn't exist. What is white?
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting, yo, on that whole when he made that.
Wait, who did that?
That was Drip. He got going through. He probably
my bad.
Come on, man.
That was a slip. My bad. God damn.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Jesus Christ.
Serious. My bad.
No, it is though, because now it's demonetized. But go ahead.
That's a big problem. And also Poppy Blind put a thought in my head. I just forgot when that music played because we all consecrated, so we all was like, it's music.
Slip right through
there. It messed up. About the whole section Penal Code 931. The problem is that most people did not read it through and understand it. In that penal code, it also says that people that had cases in the state of Houston, having a concussion is considered bodily harm. So in Texas, reasonably, do you believe somebody 6'1", 250 pounds that need to go on a diet possibly would hit somebody that's only 130 pounds at 5'9"? Can that person give you a concussion with his fists? That is the real question. And I think Right. And so therefore, under the penal code, you can say that I had to defend myself from bodily harm, which that man clearly can produce.
Yeah, you can grab somebody and shake him and give him a concussion.
And this is case law too, that this actually happened in Texas. So I'm not using a case law that happened somewhere else. It's happened in that state. A concussion. So therefore, AM is incorrect about the stand your ground law, because also in Texas, you do not have to retreat in Texas as well.
I read a case where a person, this wasn't even a black and white situation, where a person touched another person on the shoulder, and the person screamed and said, you assaulted me, and it got a charge for it, you know. So my thing is, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, for real. Hey, my man Crown said, Sharon, stay saying a whole lot of nothing so eloquently. Shout out to Crown. Yo, you wanna speak on your gifted memberships, fam?
Yes, shout out to Elite Belt Zoe for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate everybody that got one. Please maintain it. It really helps out the channel. It helps out the channel more than super chats, to be honest with you, because memberships, the content creator actually get the hold of it. They don't take 30% out of it. So please maintain it. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Please maintain it if you can. Thank you so much.
No doubt. Go ahead, Drip. What do you want to say, fam?
Nah, this shit is crazy. Like, just like Sharon said, a guy 6'2", that with that weight, people in high school, they don't really care about this shit. Like, they gonna fight. It is what it is.
Right.
Like, those guys being big as hell and him being a little small guy, that's gonna help him in the case.
You know what?
The knife was big as a fingernail clipper.
Well,
you know what? It used to be
222 pounds. I mean, 220 pounds.
Well, Drip, you know this. The thing is too. I guess while we were in high school, you know, I guess the bigger guys didn't beat up on the smaller dudes. Now it's just they don't care. So yeah, the smaller dudes.
Huh?
If they don't care.
What high school did you go to? What do you mean?
Oh shit, I was one that was beating up the big niggas.
Oh, okay, well then you a special dude. That's a hey, shout out to you, Drip. Appreciate you, bro.
What's up?
Shout out to TMKC. Shout out to Drip. Appreciate y'all.
Let me say this real quick, Izzy. Who for someone to make it, I don't know, RER 1967 says, sorry, I can't listen to this BS. Unsubscribing from your channel, MRM. I never knew you did subscribe. So why you need to make an announcement that you departing?
Damn.
Tell them again.
Right. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, this is the thing. People will be, I mean, y'all see a lot of, some of y'all watch some of the content I post on here. It's interesting when I look at things from a certain way that you agree with. Then it's all yeah, MRM, and I even catch hell from the black community from a lot of stuff that I say, which I don't care. Which in this certain situation, just like this, I don't care which side I'm gonna catch hell from. I'm looking at this from an unbiased lens. If you match these two guys up, they sound the same. He was a good student. He was a good student. He had a good GPA. He had a good GPA. He was the captain of his team. He was the captain of his team. He had good parents. He had good parents. And so now there's people here saying right now the only reason why y'all defending him is because he's black. Now, who brought up the race thing? Us or y'all?
Exactly. That's the
weird thing. They get pissed off. That's why I keep telling them, don't try to put me on the right or the left. I just speak my mind. Y'all are the ones that brought up race right now. The only reason why y'all defend him is because it's a black kid. No, we defending him because of the situation, period, of what happened. It didn't matter what color he was. Just like y'all claim to say, it doesn't matter. We all bleed red. But in this case, y'all seem to be a lot of ones bringing up race in it. I'm just saying. I told you I'll call out both sides. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hey, shout out to that's a fact though. I give you that. Shout out to Dollar Wash. Dollar Wash said it's not about Karmelo, it's about the presidents that it may send to all black boys start being dominant. Hey, DJ Witch Doctor, you there? You want to read your comment, bro? You there, Witch Doctor?
Yeah, show so to my Brody biggest composition. He said, if it's two people on me, I'm doing what I gotta do for me to go home. By hook or by crook, they try to jump little man. Look, I that's what I think. Actually, I think that happened, but I don't know 100%. But the thing is, bro, I'm a skinny dude. I'm part of the skinny gang. I'm not about to let somebody just violate me. I don't go around instigating stuff, but I make sure that I keep the equalizer. And I'm not about to just let you just, you know what I'm saying, bully me or overpower me. Like, nah, man. As a man, you can't. Nah, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. But yeah,
Bars.
he had to do what he had to do, man.
That's
Hey,
a bar.
I'm like you, brother. Shit, they're gonna have to catch me. I'm like the Lucky Charms man. They can't catch me. I'm fast on my feet.
And yeah, and
I
then
ain't gonna lie. Hold on real quick.
You gotta run.
Hold on real quick, Mountain Rinsa. I've been big a long time, so I don't know nothing about that. I've been bigger than most people most of my life. So you know, I ain't gonna be like I've been the underdog. But with that, there does come a certain responsibility. Like I don't go picking. That's part of the reason why I don't go picking on people. That's part of the reason why I don't go starting trouble with people. Because you never know what someone's fear factor is. And fear is a hell of a motivator. Like you can get hurt if someone's very afraid of you because they're intimidated by your size or intimidated by you can get really, really hurt by that person because their adrenaline starts pumping, they get in the fight or flight. Go ahead, Modern Renaissance. And you after that, Sharon. You let Modern Renaissance man, and then you got it. Go ahead, Mom.
Huh?
No, you got it.
Let me jump.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I wanted to address I think it's kind of crazy that people really believe that this young man is some kind of criminal, right? So black supremacists defending criminals that are black gives decent black people a bad name. That is 100% true, and that's not what we're doing today. We are supporting somebody that is a good student. He's a good son, possibly even have 2 jobs, comes from a nice, decent home. So I'm sorry, Mr. Pennington, you are wrong about your assessment. Every black person that has a, twisted head doesn't mean that they are a criminal. He don't have no criminal record. The father doesn't have no criminal record. The other side, the father does have a criminal record.
And Sharon, if they looked at that family, they'll think that those people were conservative. The mother is a stay-at-home mom. The dad work. They literally are like me. Like there is no difference. Man, I ain't gonna show, but if my sons are grown, 23 and 21, if I showed y'all a picture of my sons and y'all see how I am, if y'all saw my sons, my sons got the hair, they got almost the same like type cut and everything. See what I'm saying? So if you saw them, if y'all saw my sons, y'all would not look at them and go, yeah, that's MRM them sons. They'll think my sons are khaki pants wearing, look like they play golf. No, that's not how my sons look. So that's what I'm saying. And it just pisses people off that I'm not at this from the lens of, yep, he did it. Typical black Negro, thugged out, I'm not gonna do that to anybody. But if they are, after I get the facts, I'm gonna call it out. Like, here we go, y'all. Look where you look. Don't dad ain't home. Mom, look, she ratchet. No wonder dude is loose cannon. I get it, but this is not the case.
And let me ask you a question real quick. And let me ask you, hey JD. Oh, shout out to JD from the Ismailite Nation. All right, shout out to that. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, Ismailite Nation, I need y'all to stand up. They're catching up. We competitive. They're catching up, Ismailite Nation. Shout out. Show up and show out. All right, shout out to JD. Hey, let me ask you a question, though, especially you, Modern Renaissance man, and you, Sharon, and then anybody else could chime in as well. Yo, are y'all saying that he's innocent? Do y'all think that the brother is innocent and that he shouldn't face any consequence? Or are y'all saying that y'all don't think that he should face as much as they're trying to put on him?
Oh,
definitely.
I tell you what, some of y'all not going to know. Like I know y'all not going to agree with this. I know. Me and Sharon went at it about this right here, especially when it comes to beating. So I said, if that was my son and I found out he did that, I said, it would take a lot, right? It would take a lot for me not to put my hands on my son. I would have so much empathy and sympathy because I know that my son probably freaking out because he just took somebody's life. But you brought a freaking life to, are you, what? I mean, but I would have to restrain myself from it because then I have to think about the fact that my son just took somebody's life. Now, reading the report of the police, whether y'all believe it or not, he instantly, in my opinion, showed remorse. He asked, is he okay? He asked, was the boy okay? So he said, hey, the cop said, I had the person with me who allegedly did it. He said, look, it's not no allegedly. I did do it. Is he okay? You see what I'm saying? So then what we going to do? No, he didn't really mean that. He knew what he was doing. He meant to kill him and all that. That ain't what he meant. He just trying to see what I'm saying? How can we do that? So yes, that's my point with that, man. Okay. How many bullies have you met were members of the National Honor Society? I went to National Honor Society in a Chicago public school or something like that.
Exactly.
They so out of touch. They out of touch, man. They out of touch.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let Sharon answer that first, and then y'all got it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think he's gonna get probation for the weapon on a school's ground. I think that's justifiable. I don't think you could really go, even though he probably just forgot that he had it in his bag and he just used it when he remembered when he was in trouble. But I don't think anything besides probation for a couple of years, he should get beyond that. He should not get institutionalized, especially for more than anything than what he already has been. To put him in jail for 5 years or something like that is insane for somebody that could possibly move forward with life. It's sad that this tragedy has happened for the other family and they lost their child. However, to penalize 2 children, to take away 2 children's lives, I think that's too harsh of a punishment. So probation is what I think.
That's interesting. I don't know. Shout out to Brownie Ellie. What's up, Brownie Ellie? How you doing? Amir, the civics street professor, said, I would tell you guys one thing that no one has said or thought of: jury nullification. Oh yeah, but that's a little down the road. But yeah, we definitely on that. Hey, go ahead. Anybody you wanted to add on to that, Kwafi? Hey, listen, make sure y'all support the show. Everybody hit the like button on everybody's platform. Whether
I never did answer that one part, Izzy, though.
Hold on real quick. I got you. Whether it be on Sharon's platform, whether it be on Witch Doctor's platform, whether it be on Drip's platform or Modern Renaissance platform, make sure y'all hit the like button. Everybody like on my platform. Like. And if you enjoy the content, you enjoy your favorite content creators, go ahead and support them, man, and support over here. We appreciate y'all. Absolutely. We hope y'all enjoying the discussion. Let me let Kwafi go, and then Modern Renaissance, you got it. Go ahead, Kwafi.
And I want to salute to JD as well. Thank you so much, JD, because you missed one from me.
Oh, yeah. JD. My bad. Hold on real quick. JD hit both of y'all, I think, right? Shout out to JD. And shout out to JD from the Islamite Nation. Salute. And Big Giz for the 5 gifted memberships to the Not For Humans. Shout out to him. All right. Go ahead, Kwafi, my fault.
Yeah, and the thing is, they was expecting this young boy not to have any kind of support, him not coming from a decent home. They wanted to put him in the category of every other, as they would call them, pookies, in the street. And I'm glad that this family is a good family, But then again, you could come from a good family and still this is the problem too. A lot of us think that because our names are squeaky clean and we don't have criminal records, that we're good people. I've worked in law enforcement with some of the worst people ever that should not have ever had a gun or badge, And we're trained to believe that because a person is a convicted felon too, is armed and dangerous. There are categories of felons. There are nonviolent criminals, and there are also criminals who are career criminals that are violent, But I just want to say, I big ups to Karmelo's family for really being able to hold up to this. Not saying that I don't hold sympathy for the Metcalf family, but there is some serious dysfunction there. But because they are white, since they're bringing up race, it should be a privilege for that.
Hey, shout out to Shanika showing out for Drip. Hey, Islamite Nation, where y'all at? Go ahead, Drip. Shout out, man.
Tilt your head back and catch that drill, and you stop playing.
So you done?
Shout out to the Drip Nation. Yeah, yes, sir. Hold on, real quick. I apologize. You got it. Give me 1 second. Let me just celebrate them. Shout out to my man JD1975. Thank you so much, brother. And also shout out to Free Zone Lou. Thank you very much, Free Zone Lou. I appreciate both of y'all tremendously. Islamite Nation, stand up. I appreciate y'all. Salute. I'm gonna celebrate y'all in a minute. Go ahead, Modern Renaissance, man. Appreciate it.
So first of all, let me go ahead and say those, because I'm streaming this on mine too, Izzy. Those of you guys are watching this right now, make sure you all go ahead and subscribe to Izzy. He goes live a whole lot more than I do. So does Sharon. Go over there and check out their channels. Go subscribe to them. And don't be a keyboard warriors. They will bring you up to argue your point, okay? So make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to them. So I want to make it clear to a lot of people that are watching, rather on your channel and also on my channel right now. I think a lot of times people are projecting. Y'all are thinking that we are up here defending what he did. That's not. We all are saying, man, he shouldn't have stabbed him. We wish the boy wouldn't. That's not where we're not saying that. We're all saying, hey, that was messed up that he stabbed him. It's messed up that the guy lost his life. It's messed up that Karmelo is going to be affected by this too. Nobody is saying that what he did was right. So I think people are getting the messages mixed up there. We're not defending what he did and saying, yeah, he should have did that. That's not what we're doing. We're just now speaking on the fact that it did happen. So now what? And when it all comes down to it, whether you agree with me or not, that twin would still be alive if he did not put his hands on him. Y'all, let's keep it real. Athletes among athletes, testosterone amongst testosterone. I'm about to show you up. I'm about to show how big. I mean, we don't know what was going through the young man's mind. I'm about to show them. I'm about to get this little dude and throw him out. We don't know. But the fact that it did happen is all we can go off of. And if there are videos out there, again, I hope that those videos come out because it can change everything up. But I am surprised that something like that happened, that the typical teens that are at these meets, no, everybody didn't bring their phone. Now, I'm surprised they didn't slip through TikTok or anything. I'm surprised they only a few phones.
Yeah, they got on it. They got on it though. I think they got gag orders and everything. But this is the crazy thing about the Renaissance, man. I was like I said, I was looking through the other day, and there was a thin blue line guy or something like that, and he was talking in the chat, and he was commenting on how, oh well, I'm so glad that GoFundMe took down the GoFundMes, not knowing that the family was the one that told GoFundMe that they wasn't trying to be on GoFundMe, so take everything down the fraud on GoFundMe, right? But he said, yeah, they got GoFundMe. I'm so glad GoFundMe took them down. Yo, don't support them. Don't support a murderer. Support Austin's family right there. And there was so many comments. Like I'm seeing a lot of comments right now. You literally said, look, you're a stand-up dude. You're the most interesting man in the world, modern Renaissance man. And you literally said, yo, I'm not defending him. We're not defending him. And people are literally like, yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're 100% defending him. And there are so many people who have this strong, visceral reaction. And what else is it but race, bro?
But they had no problem when I defended Kyle Rittenhouse.
Right, but what else? That's what I'm saying. What else is it but race? That's what I'm saying. That makes people this adamant and this visceral with their reaction and so like violent about their opposition to us just saying, listen, yo, let the trial take place. We don't think that he did the right thing. But it's not first degree. It wasn't premeditated. He wasn't intentionally trying to delete somebody. Why is that such a problem for people? It's weird.
No, I think it's like because they're high on their emotions and everything like that. They just, they're high on their emotions. And at the same time, because of a lot of stuff that we've seen in the media, a lot of stuff that like I said, with the Cal thing, they saw that I defended a lot of things when it comes in regards to that. And now that it's come to fruition that we seeing what we seeing right now. Now it's like, wait a minute, hold on, Ty. Usually when it's a black person doing something, you saying, yep, black person did it. They messed up, they ratchet. But wait a minute, what? I told you, I'm going to look at this from an unbiased lens, man. And it does not matter what a lot of folks say. I'm telling you, you're not going to box me. So Kyle Rittenhouse, we got video. Did Kyle Rittenhouse mean to delete that dude? That he took his head off? Kyle Rittenhouse was like, no, I was defending myself. They chased him. One dude tried to hit him with a skateboard. Kyle Rittenhouse popped. The other dude sat there and put a gun to Kyle Rittenhouse's head. Kyle Rittenhouse popped him. But I'm defending that. I'm like, y'all, we see it. Dude running. They chasing him. So if we seen the video before it even happened, they say, hey, Kyle, why do you have that? Why do you have that gun? He said, I have it for my own protection, is what he said. People said the same thing. What is Kyle Rittenhouse doing with that? He didn't need to be bringing no gun to nothing like that. But he did. So we just going to go based off what he did. So in that case, folks, I know this may not be a street thing and some of y'all don't understand this. When someone says, touch me and see what happened.
Exactly.
Why would you? Oh, okay. So then what if we can say right there at that moment? I'm just giving people something to think about for the ones who think I'm just being like, oh, I'm just defending Karmelo. What if at that moment that caused the other guy, oh, you think I'm about to, that don't scare me. Well, so what if at that moment he turned into a bully? Can we go with that? Oh no, he was a good kid, but at that moment, did he not become a bully when he said, touch me again? Oh, you think that's gonna scare me? Boom. Punch me and see what happens. Oh, you think that's gonna scare me too, little kid? How do we know that's not what was going through his mind before he got himself taken out? I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying these are things that I think that the jury's them going to take in a whole lot of different scenarios, different perspectives. And to be honest, I'm just gonna tell y'all, you guys may disagree with this. I hope they select some really fine jury, but whatever happens in the outcome that comes with this, whether he gets 20 years, 10 years, 5 years probation, I just got to go and say, hey, I got to go with what the law did, what the juries them came up with. They all deliberated and we just got to accept it, whether we like it or not. So.
Yeah. So the last with Carl Rittenhouse, when you defended him, are you saying that you defended him based on the law, even no matter how we feel about it, even though we may feel like, okay, well, he was wrong for even crossing the state lines, but this is what the law did.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's the real problem. People want to tie in their moral code to the law, and we just cannot do that.
But this is I apologize, man, real quick. The crazy thing, Sharon, is where is the moral code for the judge who they're threatening the life of the judge? Where is the moral code for these children whose lives are being threatened? Where is the moral code for this wife whose life is being threatened and the husband whose life is being threatened? People are so crazy talking about it's not about race, but yet and still all of this stuff is fueled by bigotry and prejudice. Why are we so dishonest and so, you know what I'm saying? Why are we so dishonest?
That is a very good point. And they
literally saying the same thing. They said Kyle Rittenhouse. Somebody just said Kyle Rittenhouse was out looking for trouble. Y'all saying the same thing about Karmelo right now. He was out looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick. Go ahead, Sharon. Go ahead, finish this.
No, it's such good points. That you got to be able to hold the line of whatever that moral standard is. And the state they gotta hold their line, whatever the law is. And this is what we gotta do. We gotta be able to separate the two things. Do we believe that it is right for taking a life for a fist fight? No. Is it okay to do it in Texas according to Texas law? We're gonna see. But in Texas, you could go ahead and go after your property and delete somebody. It's cases where somebody's seen their neighbor house getting robbed, walking outside with a TV. He came outside and he shot the person. Nobody's life was in danger. And it wasn't his house or his property. He went home. So we just want people to hold they standard. Texas got a standard of stand your ground and all these other things that happen. Hey, just hold it. It doesn't matter what skin color it is. He should be held to the same law as the other people.
I've read cases
real quick. I apologize. Sandy from Colorado. Let me ask you a quick question. She said, losing respect fast here. There are strict rules about weapons on school grounds. Did you have the same stance when it came to this young man, Cason Allison? Did you have the same stance when it came to Cason Allison? See, a lot of you who are asking the question, if he wasn't black, would we feel the same way? A lot of you need to ask yourselves the same question. A lot of you need to have a look in the mirror and a deep reflection upon yourself. Right. If the roles were reversed, would you feel the same way? Would you be having the same stance, or would you? Right. The case is so I without Sandy from Colorado, what I would have you to do is I would have you, if you don't mind, it's in Texas, it's in Belton, Texas, right? And what I would have you to do is look up the facts of this case, and you will see that it's a young man, 18 years old, who happens to be Caucasian, who did the exact same thing, but 2 times worse, because he stabbed the kid multiple times in the bathroom, went to the bathroom to have a fight, said he didn't want to fight. When the kid swung on him, he stabbed him and sliced him up. So I think that and it's funny because he had $1 million bond, and they reduced his bond to $175,000. Just like Karmelo had $1 million bond, and they reduced his bond to $250,000. So I'm just saying, I would implore y'all to just do a little bit more research. And why can't we wait till the trial to see what happened to reserve judgment? Why can't we reserve judgment to the trial, y'all?
Oh, no, because easy, because in America, you innocent until proven guilty, right?
Not in our America. You're not
in
guilty.
The court of public opinion. Absolutely not.
You're just guilty. They didn't even know. You're just guilty. You didn't know. If they prove you innocent, then it's going to be a war. It's a problem.
Don't be surprised if I'm just saying I don't know if it's going to happen like this. I wouldn't be surprised if it was involuntary manslaughter, and then he get a charge for bringing the weapons on the. Because it's going to be up to the stadium or wherever it went to. It's going to be up to them to charge him for bringing the weapon there. So
now,
Yeah,
what about
I
this?
can see.
Now, first, I apologize. He saved the life. Number one, right? Number one, he saved the life, right? But then number two, beside him saving the life earlier, number two, they're not even letting this young man graduate. I could understand him not being able to walk. I could understand him not being with his class, but they're not even they're expelling him and suspending him. Why wouldn't they at least let him get his diploma that he's earned all this time, a 3.7 GPA student?
Can I?
That's optics right there. Like, hey, if you look at right now, the high school that I graduated from is MacArthur. We had a football game going on there, right? Y'all can look it up. This went nationwide at Eisenhower High School in Decatur, Illinois. A big, huge fight broke out, right? I mean, football players, everybody. It looked like they had the NBA did when Ronald Teston went crazy, right? It made the national news. We were almost out of school for 3 weeks. Jesse Jackson came there. All kind of folks came there. We had the police walking through our high school in riot gear and everything like that. Those 6 guys that started the fight and ended up hitting people in the crowd, they did the same thing to them. Now, nobody lost their lives, but they did expel them and told them, no, y'all can get y'all GED, but as far as y'all showing up to the school and things like that, they told them no. They just said you can't graduate at this school because of all the things that happen, because we don't know if you just never know. It can be for y'all safety. They don't want no fights to break out, and it had to do with optics, but they told them in order for you guys to graduate, y'all got to get y'all GED, but you definitely not going to be walking across the stage or anything like that, because we're doing it for our safety and yours. So
Israel, Carmelo was just that smart to where, you know how you're in the 12th grade, you only take one class. Yes. And you don't have to go back, but now he don't have to go back at all. He goes back because he is like a leader for the football team, a leader for track and different things like that. That's the only reason why he's there at the school. He could graduate now, but it's sad that they won't let him walk. Like you said.
they're not giving him. They suspend him, expel him, so that's gonna put him out. What's up? It's whatever, man. How you doing, family? Good to see you. Jay Lewis said, if it was black on black, would you have the same stance? Be honest. Heck no. This would not be a conversation. Stop playing, you guys. Like
projection.
Well, no. I think what she's saying in the sense of, would people be saying, oh, well, you know, would people have a problem with it? Would people be like, oh, well, he should get this stiff punishment, or he should be expelled, or he should. I think she's saying from that standpoint more so.
And I can, you know what? That's the thing. And this is what y'all here in Illinois, right? Brandon Johnson has a thing out to a couple of people up here in Chicago, right? To where if I'm showing up, he lets them know, if this guy comes, Ty Smith comes to the Chicago area for a speaking event, do not go there. He's a this, he's a that. He actually is a reason why the black community can't get far because of his rhetoric. He has a thing out, him and Kim Fox do up here in Chicago, right? People come anyway. They will tell you all day long. Ty will call out anybody, and one of the biggest thing I call out is us hurting us all day long. I call it out all day long. If this was a young black dude that did it to a young black dude, I would have the same exact look, the same exact thoughts, the same exact passion behind it. But the thing is, would it be like that for anybody else of another race? Would, you know, or is it, oh, we're too used to it? Oh, what, another nigga kill another nigga? Oh yeah, that what's new about that? Yeah. So when they say, will we call it out? So I got to ask everybody else too. This is just something to think about. Have we become so accustomed to us deleting us that when we do delete us, it's But if it's like any of the opposite, if it's a white killing the black or a black killing the white, now that's something to talk about right there.
Delete.
Yeah.
Yo, go ahead, fam. Go ahead.
This is unique, MRM, and I think the reason why you think the way you do is simply because here's a young brother that was doing the right thing, you know, come from a good family, addition to had a bright future, you know, so it was unique. So you probably spoke a little bit differently on this one.
Yo, let me see. So Jasmine said, keep your hands to yourself. Exactly. Jay Lewis said the hypocrisy is ridiculous. Scorched Earth 824 said, "That's my question. Where's Benjamin Crump, BLM, and Al Sharpton to stand with Carmelo?" I think once he chose the Action Network, I think you only get one activist group at a time. So I think they
Dang.
I think they got the monopoly on this one player. They're like, nah, relax. They got the monopoly on this one. That activist, what's the name of that group? The Action Network. They got the monopoly on
They
this
tired
one.
of seeing Ben.
Yeah, hey,
want to
Jay
see a new
Lewis
one.
said, and if it was the same circumstances exactly, is it? Bishop J. Jermaine said, "Y'all are defending a smart guy for deleting a white piece of chicken." Is man? No, fam, stop playing. We're not defending the deletion. Why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this? We are not defending the deletion. This is what we're telling you. We all value life and are saying that you should value life. And we've all said, most of us have said, our condolences to the family and may he rest in peace and stuff like that. We're not defending the deletion. What we're saying is we don't think that he did it intentionally. That's all we're saying. And on top of that, I'm saying, and I think a couple of the brothers are saying too, that they should not be up here trying to crucify this brother or trying to make him out to be a criminal and a thug when he hasn't been. Go ahead, y'all.
I want to just address the super chat. It says, so your argument is some white guy got away with it wrongly, so we want some black guy to get away with it wrongly. Do you hear yourselves? And what I would say to this is, if they got away with it, whatever that means, I got away with it, and we're talking about by the law, that they didn't go to jail because of the law, then yes, we want everybody to be held to the same standard of the law. It doesn't matter if we believe it morally wrong.
Did you just say everybody, Sharon?
The law.
Did you just say everybody? Didn't you say everybody? You didn't just say only black people, did you? You didn't say only white. Didn't you just say everybody?
Right.
See? Again, that's crazy.
And I don't understand why they trying to paint it as to be something that maybe possibly you could be thinking, right? But that's not what we are saying. And what we are trying to be very clear that we just want the law to be upheld across the board the way how Texas holds the law. That is it. Morally, that's a whole nother conversation that we don't want to dive into because we waiting for more evidence to come out so we can say, hey, this is my 100% stance. So right now, our 100% stance is let's go by the law and the information that we have at hand. And the information that we have at hand is that he is not a criminal.
It's because they want you to shut up. They want you to shut up about it when it happens. And then these other crazy folks, they're more like, yo, but you shouldn't act the way they act. Okay, but nobody shouldn't say anything about what happened.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing that's kind of pissing me off because it would be different. Yo, we got judges being doxxed, y'all. We got judges being doxxed. The woman is getting doxxed. She's getting death threats. Like, come on, where is it? It is hypocrisy, Jay Lewis. It's ridiculous because people are being this self-righteous, and this is how this country got into the mess that it got into. White self-righteousness. The self-righteousness of white people. Oh, well, we gotta civilize those savages, and we gotta do. And what people don't understand is the more and more that you dehumanize us as people, the more and more you vilify us as people, the more and more that you take that you make it seem like we're some thugs and we're just all immoral and all this crazy stuff, is the more that this stuff like this gets justified, where y'all are threatening judges and doxing judges and threatening their life for lowering a bond when that is status quo. That's status quo.
And also doxing the family and putting the danger of small kids in danger
small
too.
Children.
For the fact that you just want to prove a point.
Bro, some of these people,
right?
Some of these people is my fault, bro. I was gonna say some of these people is low key above the law, Sharon. Look how the dad got dapped up by the cops after he was escorted out, bro. That is crazy to me, bro. When the cops escorted him out of the press conference, they dapped him up outside. Both of them shook his hands, bro. Where does that happen? That remind me of when that one dude shot up the church and then they took him to McDonald's, bro.
Yeah,
This
Dylan
is
Roof.
insane, bro.
Insanity, family, insanity, and that's what I'm saying. And that's the disparity. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, which case is he talking about when he said someone did that?
Dylan Roof.
Dylan Roof in South Carolina.
Oh, so I don't know if y'all know this. I just covered a video a few days ago. Nobody knew about the mass shooting that one of us did.
Oh yeah. Facts.
I just the other day, and when guess what? He turned himself in. Good, just shout out to his parents for making him turn himself in. When he turned himself in, hey, it was almost the same thing. The police, he stuck his hand. Now the police them shook his hand. I was like, wait, what? Like, bro, just did a mass shooting, and they like, yeah, shook his. Oh wow! I was just like, yeah. And see, when I did that right there, because he looked like us, it was all good and cool. Because I called it out like crazy. Like he shouldn't have brought it there. He sat there and almost deleted 5 people, and he did a video afterwards going, yeah, I did it. I just shot the school up. They shouldn't have been messing with me. I love everybody. I love my family. I love this. And he turned himself in. Thank God he did. But I was still like, this fool just committed a mass shooting. And I was even saying, where's the media at on this? Where's Fox News? Where's OAN? This dude literally just did that. But the next day, that stuff that happened at FSU took precedence over that. So I was just asking, like, why FSU getting blown up about what happened? It turns out one of the people with FSU, it was a police deputy's son that did this. But in this case, this is a young black man at this school that shot 5 folks, and not really a peep.
Wow.
And the problem is, right, that young man, he's the representation of the whole TK. He's a thug. He comes from a struggle place. He even said in the video that I just lost like 3 people in my family due to violence and all that. So, and he said, hey, I'd rather be in jail and alive than have these people do such a thing to me. And the problem is that me and you could say, hey, look, that's one kid. He thugging it out. He went to school. It was premeditated. He went there to do that. Specifically, it was not the school not able to uphold their security quota. No, he went up there intentionally to do that, and we can hold that young man to like, hey, you want to call him a thug? Fine, we okay.
Right, take K. Even if you want young, like we don't sit here and make excuses for people who are living criminal lifestyles. We don't do that. Like we gonna, if you say whatever about TK, we like, yeah, that was crazy. He shouldn't have been acting like that. He shouldn't have been doing. That's crazy. He's behaving like that. Like we don't abhor bad behavior or some criminal behavior, but when you criminalize the so-called best of us, then what chance do the rest of us have, right? Shout out to Corey Love, $10. Where Angry Man at? This Jesse Jackson stuff gotta stop. We not Jesse Jackson. Shout out to Corey trolling. Thank you, bro. At least if you're gonna troll with some money, give it to the cause. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, fam. You got it.
It's just that, like, the one I was just talking about with the kid that did that, I broke it down. He said he was going to do it. He intentionally was going to do it. He told everybody what was going to happen, what was going to go down, because apparently he got threatened. So we can call that out. I can sit there and say that was premeditated. This dude definitely going to have to face the law. I thought it was real, absolutely crazy. I said, you know what? They did the right thing. I said, because had they not, they knew who he was. They found out where he lived. I said the police then would have been crashing through his house with the SWAT and all that. His mom and dad possibly could have lost their lives, whatever like that. But I said at the same time, I said, I would have combed my son's head. My son would have came home and said, Dad, I took your gun. I went to school. I said the police would have been arresting me because they would have been like, why your son got a busted lip and his jaw swollen and everything like that? Because I beat him for taking my gun. So everybody's all good on you, MRM. Good. But in this case, yeah, you're only defending him because he's black. But when I'm talking about a black boy, they went and try to delete somebody else at a school. All of a sudden, good on you, MRM. That's good. You're calling it out.
Yeah,
and also it's in the same state too, right? And it goes to show to the mentality of the children that age as well, right? Is that it is reasonable to understand that this is the norm for young kids in that state. This is what we keep trying to have the understanding. So keep trying to act like this knife thing is something strange. It is a young kid. He was in high school. My family member went to the high school that got shot at, that was getting shot up. My young cousin goes to that school, right? So that little knife, it cannot compare to what's the mentality in Texas. We got to stop acting like we don't know what Texas is all about. Come on.
Wow.
Bro,
So this is crazy. Hold on real quick. Modern Renaissance, man, this is crazy. So now we have no integrity. Now you're the only decent man on the panel.
We all saying the same thing.
We're all saying the exact same thing. Hey, Jalen, this is
when you go against them, they're gonna go against you, and that's just how it
is. Got the 2025. We are the world panel. Get along, gang, to go at AM. AM gonna get y'all by himself. We're not even talking about Angry Man. What are you, Corey? Are you trying to troll and start trouble? We're not even talking about AM. Yeah, he's trying to summon. We're not even talking about Angry Man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know how everybody else might have grew up, but I mean, I don't know if y'all might have experienced this, but any of you guys on the panel, even the people listening in the audience right now, have any of you guys ever experienced or even heard? They say, "Oh, y'all, such and such got sent home. Why? He brought a knife to school. They caught him with a knife."
Yes, many times.
Yes,
I don't know why everybody acting like, "Oh my God, he brought a knife." Come on now.
Be honest, I got caught with a knife in.
Izzy, what was your intentions now? Was you trying to murder somebody? Izzy?
No, my intention was to
it wasn't. No, you was trying to murder. Come on, bro.
I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know what
you knew you was going there to premeditate to stab somebody, that you was gonna go to the basketball game, who pointed at your shoes and say, those might be some throwbacks or some generics. You knew that's what you brought that knife for.
No, they got me, and I got beat too. I got beat to inches of my life by my father, but I daggone sure did. Listen, I would have rather took that than to get jumped. Listen, I don't understand why people don't understand. If you may be able to beat 2 people, and you might be able to beat 3 people. But when it's like 3, 4, 5 big people, though, the likelihood of you winning is slim and none. And getting jumped and stomped out, there's no honor. Where's the honor in a fight? Where's the fairness in a fight? What are we talking about? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Nah.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna get off. But this has really been good. And I got to say this, y'all keep standing on what y'all believe in, no matter how many subscribers you lose.
Max. Yeah. And no matter how many subscribers we lose, it's all good.
No, for real.
Yeah,
Easy, what you mean? Easy. So you said stop being a PUSSY. Easy. You don't know that people have lost their life in a fight? Like, why do y'all act like people haven't lost their life in a fight? Their brain starts bleeding. They get all types of stuff. Y'all got to stop this.
Yeah, that one guy, I forget, I can't really state the name right now, but there was this one guy, I mean, he was black and he ran up and did the knockout thing. I don't know if y'all heard about that. He did the knockout, ran up out of the car, hit the older guy, the gentleman fell, hit his head. They found out who he was. They arrested him. And like a year or so later, the guy was like in and out of comas because of the brain injury. Well, the man ended up dying as a result of his brain shutting down. So now they charging him with life.
Yep.
And it's like, and again, he was black and he did this to an older white man. I called it out. Oh, good on you, MRN, for calling it. Come on, man. Y'all, if y'all are some of my subs in here, y'all know I'm keeping it flat out real. If some of y'all just kind of joined my channel not too long ago, it's obvious based off of some of your comments. You definitely have not watched my channel long enough.
And I think majority of people just don't understand how scary it can be when you reminiscing on when you got your ass jumped by multiple people. The fact that if you do survive it, even if you physically okay, majority of the time you probably throwing up because of overexhaustion. Somebody could be throwing up from overexhaustion. That's another thing. That the feeling and sound of how it feels to get beat on by multiple people, getting kicked on while you are at some point you get defenseless, right? You cannot fight 5-10 people at one time. None of us is Hercules for real. You might get 1 or 2, but eventually you're gonna get caught and you're gonna hit the floor. The only thing you can do is turn into a baby and go into the fetal position and protect your head as much as you possibly can. And it's a scary thing. And so people have this romanticized idea of movies and they see these people fighting 5 people. I don't give a damn how good and strong Michael Jai White is. I don't care how good Mike Tyson is. Hey, listen, if it's 10 of us, he is losing. I don't care what you say. He might knock out 5 of us, but the other 5 is going to eventually give him to the ground. Once that equalizer happen, it's going to be feet to ass.
Man, I'm only shooting the fair one with somebody that I know. If I don't know you personally, I don't know the level of crazy that you on. So I'm not taking that risk because my family value my life. If I know you personally, we could shoot the fair because we friends. We ain't wanna cause so much harm to each other. We could shoot the fair one as guys, you know what I'm saying? But if you a stranger, I don't know what you got tucked in your pocket. I don't know, bro. Like, come on, man.
Man, you don't know his capability. Hey,
Before he
Jalen,
got the cushion, most people don't know when you get a cushion, you see double, and most of the time triple. He was seeing double before he got slapped. Right? There was 2 of them, 2 big ass people looking exactly the same, damn near the same build. And the other one, Hunter, he started the interaction with the conversation going back and forth, and then the other brother tried to finish it up because he's probably just a more aggressive brother. That's probably what happened. Because it's usually one brother that's more aggressive than the other. Usually both of them main base.
Yeah, Alexis, 225 versus 130. That could be life or death. But exactly, especially when it's 225 people versus 130 people. And so that's what I'm saying. People saying, oh, well, there's 5 imaginary people. No, you just need 2 225-pound people versus 130 people. That's kind of enough, I think. Jalen, what say you?
You got to echo.
Yeah, Jalen got to echo. It's Jalen. Jalen, what say you, Jalen?
No, that ain't me, but
it is.
Easy. I want to tell you what happened. Very long time ago, back in like 2014, a racist white man had knocked out a black man, and then the Fox News didn't report on that too. But anyway, I seen another video yesterday of this white teenager had stabbed a Latino teenager. I seen that video yesterday.
Yeah, that's the case analysis. That's the case analysis case. That was back in 2022 though, and he's on trial for it now.
I was watching your boy MRM channel, and he had a hell of a video about another Dallas school shooting. 2 shootings within a year, bruh. If he allowed you to play the clip, bruh, they were literally praying for the boy. The police shaking his hand, Izzy. Like the dad, like, bruh, it was sad, bro. He was like, son, I'm with you. Don't be in there snitching. I'm like, what? No, I'm
that's crazy.
And what was the mom doing? I plead the blood of Jesus over my son to just shut up this school. Lord, protect my son to just shut up this school. Man, I was like, what? What about the people he shot? Like, what?
Nah, that's crazy.
He ain't, bro, I was done. I'm like, wow,
that's insane. That's
insane.
Telling
him to keep his mouth closed, son. Keep your mouth, bro. He's shaking the police hand.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Why people don't understand? Like, so now all of a sudden people don't understand that it's not about what actually happens, but the person who's perceiving what's about to happen. That so self-defense is not, yo, you kicked in Texas, you kicked the shit out of me, so now I get to react. No, it's if I think that there's a perceived danger, if 225 people come up to me and I'm 160, listen, I'm gonna give y'all 160. So that's 450 pounds versus 160 pounds. I'm not saying that both of them put their hands on him. What I'm saying is if he believed that they were going to jump him and he was scared and he thought he had to defend himself, then that was a self-defense. Now, am I saying that he should have had a knife? Absolutely not. He should not have had a knife in the place. Am I saying that Austin should have been deleted? Absolutely not. Austin should not have been deleted. I wish he was still here. At the same time, the unreasonability of some people is egregious. Y'all are unreasonable. And you are looking at it through a lens of race, no matter what you say. And it's evident because when the shoe was on the other foot, you had a total different outlook and a total different perception. So stop playing. Play with someone who is inferior to you. Stop playing. Y'all need to stop playing.
Yeah, and Izzy, this might be another thing I can use as an example too. Y'all remember? I'm just being funny right now. Remember, baton head busting bone Quisha in that track and field meet?
Yep.
Yeah,
dude, I was all on that. I'm like, I did the relay. I was like, I called it out, man. That was intentional. You don't care what she say. We're taught to stay like this in the pocket. I don't care who you are. If you get bumped, you stay right there in the pocket. Keep that form. Keep it tight. The way that girl swung that hand out and smacked that girl upside the head, I instantly got on her. And then guess what happened? She ended up having to where she's out there. I thank y'all so much for support. I'm like, support? You hit? How are you the victim when you intentionally hit that girl upside that you intentionally did it? Right?
Turn the ass.
But the girl that was running track, the girl that she hit upside the head, she didn't get behind her, start smacking her, and then ran to her again and smacked her head, and all of a sudden she responded by hitting her with the baton. It's not the same scenario. So all I'm saying is that for us to say that he premeditated this and he intentionally had it in his mind that I'm going to the track meet just so I can go into somebody's tent to start something with somebody just so I can stab somebody is what he did. That's ludicrous to me. No.
Yeah, that's
people in Texas
absolutely
buy
insane.
rifles for their kids at 9 years old to go hunt.
Bro, in Florida, yes, they out hunting everything like at 8 with rifles.
That's a fact.
These young dudes in Florida, they got trucks. 18 years old, they riding in their pickup trucks with the guns in their windows. I'm pretty sure they do that in Texas too. But I mean, come on, y'all. We can't
act blind all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then, bro, it was 3.5 inches. Ain't that like a fingernail clipper?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a pretty small knife. 3.5.
And if anything is going to come to be, I would love it if they were to say, okay, we released the autopsies and they can say, oh, it penetrated between the 6th and 7th rib or something like that at a transverse angle. I'll be like, okay, that's another thing too. They're going to look at that and be like, y'all, that was the most freak accident way. Cause it's going to be pretty hard to go through the sternum, right? With a 3-inch knife, unless that sucker has a bunch of weight to it and it was super sharp, but we don't know that. But if it went through a rib at a certain angle and penetrated what part of his heart, we don't know if it was the right side, the left side, what ventricle, if it an artery, whatever like that. But when you go through these things and you see like the autopsy, it gives you way more detail to where they say, yeah, based on the angle of the knife and this and that, that was definitely a freakish way to get hit. Like,
but what if we find out that it was actually a spike cleaner? What if we find out, like they're alleging, that was a spike cleaner? What will we say then? Shout out to Telebell. He said Swiss Army knife. It could have been Swiss Army knife. Swiss Army knife is not really a weapon because it's a tool.
Are they that sharp? These boys get cornbread fed, bean eating ass white boy.
Yeah, a Swiss Army knife is sharp. So what if we find out? I want to pose that question. What if we find out that it actually wasn't a knife? It was a spike cleaner.
Whew. Then the only thing they can say is, well, we all know that the athletes are not supposed to have, well, technically as athletes, we're not supposed to have spike cleaners. Only our coaches are. So then it's going to be, well, he never should have had it. Well, he did. I mean, it's
I'm just saying.
No, you're right. So many scenarios though can be in this though, man. I mean, it's very unfortunate, man. And I think the good thing about this, honestly, is that it has all of us talking. And to be quite frank too, is letting you know that some people mind, they don't even realize that they've been geared to be so right or so left, so conservative or so liberal, that now that this hit the fan, it actually can, in my opinion, it exposed a lot of how some people think, like, no matter what, black dude did it, wrong, thug, look at this, look at it. Now they raised it to GoFundMe. I'm like, did they do it or did somebody else decide to do that? See what I'm saying? And then you get pissed off at me because I asked that question. Like, this family go, y'all, my son is being in jail, so we're going to start a GoFundMe. Who said the family did that? See, right, and they're like, come on, Todd, man, you don't know, I don't know. Why are you telling me I know that the family? I don't know who started the GoFundMe.
Hey, they didn't start a GoFundMe, but they did do a Go Send Go. So they didn't start a GoFundMe, but when they saw how many people were doing a GoFundMe, they said, look, this is where if you want to support, this is where you could support at the Go Send Go. So they did do the Go Send Go. The mother, I think her name is Kayla Hayes, something like that, something to that degree, Kayla Hayes or something like that. She's the one that's the administrator of the Go Send Go. But anything dealing with GoFundMe is not them.
You know, and what's interesting too, I mean, it's like I said, it's a ton of scenarios, man, that could play in this. Like, you know, people like Tyson are professional fighters. Like, we do this thing up in Chicago called Friday Night Fights. Shout out to my mentor and father-like figure, Dr. Wendell Beckton. And you know that these people actually can be looked at, if you're a boxer, that your fists are considered a deadly weapon.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Right. And I work with the St. Louis Cardinals too, right? Do you know that the pitchers and the batters, that they are considered, their hands are considered a deadly weapon too, especially pitchers.
You got to register.
So like if a pitcher sit there and throw an object and kill somebody, they're gonna say, "Dude, you a pitcher. You knew that you was." You know, it's just it's a lot of stuff, man.
Hey, that's true because you have to register your hands.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to register your hands. Tyson. That's not true.
So you don't?
No.
In St. Louis,
professional boxers.
As a professional pitcher, you can say not registered, but they definitely got to have something on code to where they're like, you do know that your hands pose a danger. Here's the contract right there. If you, based off the contract we have with you, if you do anything, throw a beer bottle, throw a rock, throw a stone, they don't care what it is, know that this is going to jeopardize this because your hands are considered a deadly weapon as a pitcher.
That's what I thought too.
As a batter.
Okay.
Let me read a couple of these. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Uncle Jeff in the building. 100 ways to convict this boy. 100 ways to absolve him. Shout out to that. H-Bo1, what's going on? Hey, happy Friday. Sometimes people can bleed out from a minor injury that hits an artery. Yeah, that's a fact. Listen, we seen it with Scooter. What's the brother's name? Little Scooter. When he hit an artery on his leg and bled out and died. Mm-hmm. That happens. And they claim that no one poked him or whatever. They claim he got snagged on the fence. I don't know about that claim, but that's what they claim. Hey, JD1975 said, Izzy bans, like I said before, the line is being drawn. Yeah, unfortunately. Hell, these white boys here in Michigan do that, especially up north. Got the long gats right in the back window. Yo, shout out to Daryl. He said, proud of you, Izzy. Thank you. I live for your approval, bro. Shout out to Corey Love TV. Said, play Kojak theme song when you acknowledge my trolling. Kojak said, hell nah. He's going to be mad at me. But thank you very much, Corey. I appreciate you supporting the show. Bishop J. Jermaine said, people do lose their lives in fights, but homie stabbed dude because he didn't want to throw hands. Man, that's not necessarily the case. I hear you, but can we reserve?
But so what if he didn't want to throw hands? You can't force the man said the man don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's not bullying. Fighting somebody that don't want to fight is bullying, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they supposed to fight. Otherwise, they pussy if they don't fight. Like
what? Why did he say?
That's what they saying.
Punch me again or punch me and see what happens. Why did he have to say something twice?
Right, in the first place.
Allegedly, right? That's allegedly.
Yeah, there we go. Allegedly, man. But man, God, you know, also I sit on this thing called the Public Safety Commission Relations Board. So anytime something happened within a community with police, we get to be on this board like a council board in the city, have town hall meetings, and be able to call out if something was done wrong, or if the police were in the wrong, or if the alleged criminal was in the wrong. And man, y'all would be so surprised how much body cam makes a world of a difference. Otherwise, it'd be a lot of speculation. It'd be a lot of witnesses' testimonies, whatever like that. But in his case, like I said, I just won't be surprised. I just hate because no matter what we say or what we do, no matter how much we try to say, we are not making this about race at all. We just making this about wrong or right, lawful or unlawful, whatever the case may be. And if he turns out to get probation and possibly a charge for having a weapon on we just gonna have to accept it.
No doubt.
Oh, look at that. A black person committed crime and getting off. I know they do that all day long in Chicago, y'all. Yeah, you in Chicago, you can do some crazy stuff. And Kim Fox them based off of their they're pretty much pettiness on crime. And in Chicago, Illinois as well, if you pretty much come from a single parent home, if you don't got money in Illinois, you commit a crime. If you cannot post bail, you just get out. They just like you don't. Mama, does your mom got money? No. Does your grandma got money? No. Okay, well, he's not gonna be able to pay for it no way. So let him out. Ankle bracelet. Don't go within 50, whatever the case may be, 50 yards of the home where you're at, whatever. So,
Christina W says, so if the kid that got deleted had a gun and popped the kid with a knife, would you be up in arms? No, you wouldn't. Because it would have made sense. Like, yo, and then we would have said, hey, damn, you should never bring a knife to a gunfight. That's what I would have said. Because
better yet, what if the twin brother, after he saw his brother get stabbed, what if the twin brother would have snatched dude and then choked him out?
Right.
It'd have been reasonable. I wouldn't have had a problem with it.
Because then some of us would be like, if that was my brother, you just killed my, especially twins.
Delete it. MRM, delete it on this side. Delete it.
Hey, wait, Izzy.
Yes.
YouTube. I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of stuff from them. Of course, being who I am, I get sent everything. From what I'm known as of about a month ago, YouTube said they're not going to use their AI to get on words like that no more.
Oh no!
After you streamed for.
That's on you bigger content creators.
Hey, listen, on smaller channels like me, they ramped up. They ramped up the AI. They trying to strike goddamn thumbnails now.
Yeah. So that's
why some of my videos I learned from y'all. I kid you not, I learned from y'all. Wait a minute, why are they spelling these words wrong? Like, what's wrong? Oh, I see what they doing. I'm like, there ain't no wonder. I post a video. I'm like, how has this video been up for 5 hours? I only got 100 views. Oh, I actually used the word and spelled it. Okay, so if I spell it wrong or whatever like that, long as they can enunciate what it says and pick up on it.
Yeah, that's how you do the bigger content creators. Go ahead,
and I want to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate every last one of you. I thank y'all, man. This has been awesome. It was great hanging out with you. I'm glad that we found something that we could come together on and have a great of minds, right? And we are in agreement, and we still was able to make the show entertaining and keep a great conversation going. So salute to you. Shout out to MRM. It was good speaking to you. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Witch Doctor, salute to you. And anybody else that's on the panel. Hopefully I didn't forget everybody because we had a lot of people here today. Salute to everybody that support. Thank you. Keep on. This is the only way we can keep alternative media going. Because regardless, this place has not been an echo chamber. The people that don't agree with us been speaking their mind, and the people that's agreeing with us speaking their mind. So salute to everybody. This is the only way we can keep going. Hit that like, hit that share button. Thank y'all so much.
No doubt. Salute. And we've been having an intellectual conversation. It haven't been no mudslinging or no crazy enough. We've been having an intellectual conversation, just speaking about it in calmer manner. So I'm proud of everybody. Shout out to everybody. Salute to you, Sharon. You know you're always welcome over here. Ain't no thing, man. Salute. I mean, whether we agree or not, you welcome over here. I don't have no problem with you, man.
And I would extend the same thing, just in case you believe that you are not, you are always welcome. Just in case if you didn't believe you was.
That's real.
I know I'm not. Peace. Hey, shout out to Jerome Audrey. Why should he do time for self-defense? That's an interesting question. I mean, listen, that's in the eye of the beholder. We got to see what's going on with that. But I can see what you're saying, right? I can see how you feel. Yo, what's going on, Daryl? Welcome to the conversation. How you doing, man? And Uncle Jeff, welcome to the conversation as well. Salute to y'all.
What's good, bro? I'm about to join from my other phone real quick. Give me a second.
Okay, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
Yo, Uncle Jeff, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's happening, man? Y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Like I keep saying, with this young man, I think Black people are at a deficit because we never give each other grace we don't deserve. I think this young man needs an extra dose of grace. And I'm the last one to condone ghetto ass behavior, but that's not what this is. That's the more we look at this, the less that is that. And I just don't understand the hurried up nature. Black people are always ready to run to the law when it has to penalize other Black people, when there used to be a law that you couldn't read. Used to be a law you couldn't be out after the sun went down. So how foolish do you look standing on the law, especially somewhere like this? And I'll say this in landing plane, there is absolutely no situation in this country that involves a person with melanin and a person without that does not have a racial undertone. And I don't give a damn what it is. And it's not us that put it there. In the words of Paul Mooney, they keep complaining about how we played a race card. Well, damn it, who put it in the deck? We didn't make it this way. It just is. And the quicker we are understanding of that and stop bullshitting and acting like it's not, race is in everything, because that's how it started here. And I'll land there.
Interesting. Hey, Daryl, what's going on, man? What say you?
Y'all still talking about little man who you know what I'm saying, who got back in, you feel me?
Oh, that, and also I started out with Kason Allison. I don't know if you're familiar with that case. Kason Allison is a young man, he's Caucasian. And he got into an altercation at a prom, a verbal dispute at a prom with a young Hispanic man, I think, named Joe Ramirez. And they were familiar with each other. It was over a girl. And so they were trying to plan to fight each other. And Kason invited Joe to fight behind his barn or something. And Joe declined. And Joe said, let's fight in the bathroom at school. So some sort of way, Kason ended up in the bathroom with Joe, to fight, and then said he didn't want to fight. And when Joe swung on him, Kason stabbed him and sliced him, and that was in school. Initially, he was on $1 million bond. Eventually, they reduced it because he was 18 at the time. Eventually, they reduced it to $175,000. And this case started in May of 2022, and they're just now going to trial this month, of 2025. So it's very interesting to me how Kason is claiming self-defense in this particular situation and saying that he was going to get jumped, even though only one person attempted to put their hands on him. So that's to my people over there at my man MRM's station who are so adamant about this. You know what I'm saying? It's ironic that that's the case. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to Taylor Bell, said, damn, they country as hell. Fight behind the barn. Yeah. They was in Texas. They were in Belmont, Texas, I think it was. Belmont, Texas. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Belmont, Texas got more barns and barbershops.
Hey, 2 cents. I need you to wave in the back. Hold on real quick, Daryl. Give me 1 second.
Nothing wrong.
Give me 1 second, Daryl. Give me 1 quick second. Hey, 2 cents. I need you to wave in the back. I'm not familiar with you, so I need you to wave in the back so I know it's you, so I know it's a person, and that you're not trying to get us. 2 cents. Wait, let me. Let me see your face, family. Let me see your face. Hold on, real quick. Let me see. Hold on. What's up, D-Town? Give me 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. Go ahead, Daryl. You got it. Give me when I bring them up.
I just feel like, bro, he ain't do nothing wrong. The conversation should be over with. Like, he shouldn't even have to pay no bond to get out that joint. You feel that was straight self-defense. Anybody say anything else? There's really no logic. I haven't been listening to you guys. I'm heading back to Chicago from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on the road all day, just take care of business and shit. But I don't think it's any valid argument that this kid did anything wrong. Especially, I heard you say something about premeditated, or maybe you was defending that point. But it's no logical
I don't think it was
argument.
premeditated. Yeah, I don't think it's premeditated. Give me 1 second. 2 cents. How you doing, man? How's it going?
I'm good. I've been listening to the show. I was just gonna chime in a little bit later.
Okay, you're more than welcome to chime in. Listen, the only thing we have is an F-bomb rule. If you say F-bombs, you have to pay $5 either through the Cash App or to the Super Chat immediately. Otherwise, you will get dropped. All right?
Okay, that's understandable.
Yes, sir. So what's up, D-Town? What say you, man?
D-Town.
We can't hear you. Icy says is Belton Texas near military base Fort Hood. Okay, shout out to that. Anybody?
Okay, I can step up now. I'm already.
Yeah, go ahead, family. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. But to be honest with you, man, probably most of the people, I don't know anybody on the panel personally. I'm like, they probably not in Texas or lived in Texas long enough to know how things go. They do got some funny laws and how things go. It kind of surprised me because I'm from the East Coast, born and raised. So it's a little different. So when they're talking about it, you can Google it yourself. Just ask your Alexa or Google, hey, can you carry a pocket knife as a teenager? It'll say yes. We don't have an age restriction on carrying knives. Number two, you have to understand, this is not a school. This is a stadium. It's a difference. Like if I commit a crime at a school, I'm selling some type of drugs or something. I'm gonna get a stiff penalty by a school. I'm not gonna get a penalty by a stadium. So it's different laws and stuff that's going on right there. So you can carry a pocket knife. So I don't know why do you have a knife at school? You don't know what that boy he does and why he uses a knife. This is not Yellow Beezy or somebody. I don't know what y'all think this is. That boy stay in Frisco, Texas. You can't just pull up in there. Frisco and Plano. I don't stay there.
Give me 1 second. Just let me ask you a question. I apologize. Kind of how I do. And I apologize if I interrupted your thought process. What I wanted to ask you real quick was, does that cover, are you saying that covers school events? Because wouldn't a track and field event be a school event? Because the school suspended him or expelled him, whatever the case may be. Is expelled because he's about to graduate. So the school expelled him already. So
it's a district complex. It's a district sports complex.
Here's how that go. I can explain it to you. Yeah, here's how that go. If I throw a party and all the kids around the community and stuff, it was a school event for kids, don't make it a school. It still doesn't make it a school. And that's what the problem people's getting hung up on. It's still a stadium. They throw events and different type of things at there. However, the school uses it, but you can't turn it into a school because it falls under different jurisdiction and different laws.
Hold on real quick. Are you sure about that? Because there are a lot of people who are disagreeing with that particular sentiment about it being a school event. And so as a school event, that is connected to the school. Even when I was in school a long time ago, that was the case. Anything like for instance, they used to have, I don't know if they had it when you were younger, right? They used to have these dances, right? And these dances would include all the high schools in the area, right? And it wasn't at no particular high school gym. It was in the I think it was the State Civic Center or something like that, right?
Okay.
And so, but if you did anything on those grounds while you were at that event, then you would be reprimanded by your school because it was covered under a school event. And that was even when I was in school.
Yeah, exactly. See, what you're confusing is policy and law. Don't confuse policy and law. Then that's a policy of the school, but that's not the law. Because you couldn't lock me up at the Civic Center and for the same the drug charge out at the Civic Center that you could if I was by the school and actual schoolhouse and I got caught selling drugs. It's law and policy. That's two different things.
Can I get in there?
Yeah, go ahead, Drip, because you stay in Texas too, don't you?
Born and raised, bro. Played ball all my life, bro. If you go to a district sportsplex, no weapons, bro. No matter what you do, if you do anything on there, unless you're a grown-up, you will be reprimanded at your school. That is a fact. Any team fights, anything. When you go back to school Monday, you will be suspended.
And but what he's saying is that doesn't mean that it's legally. He's saying that yes, that's true. But what he's saying is that doesn't mean that it's legally. He's saying that it doesn't supersede the law, meaning like, yo, you could get suspended or expelled by the school, but that doesn't make it illegal for you to have a pocket knife on you. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what he's saying. So that's what I want to understand.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. As being a track athlete, we all know that there's things that we can't do or we shouldn't do. We all know, no matter where we at, if we at a national meet, the state track meet, if we at going to a Big 12 or visiting another place, it does not matter. When you are representing your high school, they say if you get in a fight, if you do this, you are instantly, not only are you kicked off the team, but it's a possibility that you will be expelled just for fighting. Right.
Right.
Now, They saying that right there, like he just explained, that's up to policy. Because I mean, I play ball too. It's all kind of times where we broke out on the court a little bit, threw some hands a little bit, got out. Oh, you suspended for 2 games, Ty, and he got suspended for 2 games too. The dude that you fought with. But then the school could also made a discretion, say you knew that as an athlete, we said that there's to be no fighting. They could have expelled me for that, right? But they didn't. It's all up to the school's discretion. Now, with people saying he should not have brought a knife to that place, well, then I would ask. If you were to ask everybody that was in that state and raise your hand if you got a knife on you, I'm pretty sure in Texas, a lot of hands probably would have went up.
But Cameron Drip is saying the law says no weapons on school property or at school events, right? Is that what the law says?
No. That's what he said.
What's up, Izzy? What's up with you, y'all?
What's up? I know D-Town's from Texas too. What's up, D-Town? What's going on? Hey, do y'all know? Do either one of y'all, Drip or D-Town, y'all know the law? Does the law state whether you can have a knife on you or not? And you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that supersedes whatever the policy is, like you said.
Looking it up right now.
It's a reason why at a basketball game, if 2 students get to fighting, they don't haul you off to jail. Like if I was fighting on the street or whatever, a lot of times like that, they'll haul you off to jail. School is different. That's what I'm trying to say. It's distinguishing policy and law. This boy is caught up in the law. And everybody keep talking about this.
Okay, excuse me if I may.
If it's violent enough, they'll take you to jail.
Okay, hold on, 2 cents. So go ahead, Uncle Jeff. What say you?
Yeah, I'm looking at the spectator information for David Kuykendall Stadium, which is where this happened. Rule number 5 says alcoholic beverages, tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, and weapons are prohibited by law. As in the law, the state of Texas says that you cannot walk into David Kuykendall Stadium with an edged weapon on your person that we know of as a knife. Now,
okay, wait. Do they define? Hold on, Uncle Jeff, real quick, because you know how I like to do. Do they define? What do they define a knife as? Is there a certain blade size that defines a knife in that particular jurisdiction?
I'm gonna have to look that up for you. But
what was that again, Jeffrey? Can you give that to me?
I think it was like 4 inches. Right?
I thought it was 5. I thought someone said 5 inches, but I just want to make. But some
nothing bigger than your palm of your hand. Nothing bigger than the palm of your hand.
But some. If he says any, hold on, real quick. Some state anything that could be considered as a weapon, and it don't matter the blade size. That's why I wanted Uncle Jeff to look that up for us and let us know.
There's the link that I just read that from in the back chat.
It's 5.5. Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like anytime you go ahead.
The point still that brother 2 Cents was making still remains. If you ask those people in that stadium to raise their hand if they had what the state of Texas would consider a knife, it's a bunch of people out that's breaking that law right in that room because of the customs of those people. They give you sweet tea and pocket knives right at the goddamn gas station. It's bigger than skateboards. It's bigger than skateboards.
It's a culture thing, like you say. Jeff, that's exactly what it is. Yes, sir.
What I was saying earlier, like no weapons allowed. Your ass is going to jail.
You're exactly right. I don't think that you're supposed to. You probably no parent or nobody. They probably don't want any knives. I want the boy to get charged just like anybody else. If you had something that it was illegal, charge me for having it. Like I walked in the gate and you patted me down and charged me for the knife that way. You know what I'm saying? But because he could have picked up a pole and hit the boy in the head and killed him. You know what I'm saying?
Delete.
Right.
But charge him for wrongfully having a knife. He ain't the first person to wrongfully have a knife.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got a deceased human now. That I mean, you can't get around the fact that he clipped this white boy. You can't.
So let me ask y'all this about this one, because just like my boy, what's MTR? What's his name, my boy? He just said about
MRM, Modern Renaissance.
Oh, MRM, yeah, MRM. What's up with it, brother? And everybody on the panel, man. How y'all doing, Brian?
What's going on?
Right now.
Yeah, but look, like MRM was saying, you don't think? Well, I'm not trying to change the subject, but you don't think little buddy that The only reason why little buddy that went to school with that gun and and shot them 5 guys ain't got a lot of publicity is because that was on the south side of Dallas. That was William Hutchins, right in Highland Hills. That's an all black high school. You get what I'm saying? Like all black. It's like damn near 95%. You know, so that's probably why they didn't get a lot of publicity. And at the same time, that stuff in Florida happened too. So that was a mass shooting too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So I think that's probably why, but Guy, even though Guy is a little more rugged than my boy Anthony Karmelo Anthony, he said the same thing. It was 5 guys. They was bigger than me. I was intimidated, and that's why I shot him.
Popped
So
them.
popped them. Yes, and deleted some of them. So I'm trying to see what's the difference. But I guess the difference will be is he went home to get the gun, then came back to school the next day. So I guess
that's obviously premeditated, right? That's obviously
tenfold.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right, because guess what he could have done? If you could go home, you could have a chance to tell somebody, to go to law enforcement, to go to the principal, to go to the vice principal, to go to your parents. There's a million things that he could have did to avoid having to get in conflict with those children. So, and that's what we're saying. None of us with any kind of reasonable sense are going to justify a kid going to school and deleting a whole bunch of people, no matter what color that person happened to be. None of us are going to okay that or think that that's a good thing that happened. None of us. So it's weird. It's weird.
They keep saying it's not about race. Yeah, for me, I don't care. Even if it was 2 black kids or 2 white kids, I still know right from wrong. Now, however, like my man MRM said earlier, see, I wouldn't mess with him too hard on it because he'll tell you. He said, I don't give a F. I mean, I don't think he said the F word, but he said, I don't really care about it. So I have to leave him alone about it. When he was talking about the black stuff or whatever, we're about uniting and trying to get things together like other races do. They will tend to stick together on, they're not going to try to bash. You don't see Asian bashing a lot of their people or Mexicans and stuff. But what you won't see happen, that with the cases y'all were just talking about, I'm not in Mr. Rodriguez's room in his podcast talking about nothing and how they should raise their kids and this. I'm not doing that. They are in our space. They are in our spaces and talking and discussing about what we're doing, what we ain't doing, and we let them get away with it. And there be some people that don't care, and it's okay. If you don't care, that's fine. But it's some people that do care.
Yeah, understood. Yo, so Nuxa said, it sounds like Austin was a law and order kind of guy. He saw the other boy was breaking the rules, and that's what he focused on, not the other boy's comfort. Well, guess what? By all accounts, at a track meet, it is not uncommon, nor is it unheard of, for everybody to be under everybody's tents, especially when it's inclement weather. That's not unheard of, nor is it uncommon at all. That's a common, right? That's a common occurrence. That's a common thing that happens. So there was no need for law and order in that particular instance. He should have kept his hands to himself. He didn't have a right to impede or encroach upon anybody. He didn't own the tent. He didn't own the stadium. He didn't own the bleachers. He didn't have no children there. He should have kept his hands to himself. Period.
Izzy, shout out to Uncle Jeff for bringing that up. And Uncle Jeff, when you said that about the weapon, it says right there, like you said, it says alcoholic beverages, tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, and weapons are prohibited by law. Now check this out. I just looked this up. What size did they say that blade was?
3 inches. That's why I was asking.
This says a knife blade less than 5.5 inches is not considered a weapon in Texas.
Right, it's considered a tool.
So now it's like, see, them just saying so much stuff to this man. Like,
right, that's why I asked that. That's exactly why I asked that.
The whole show, like, it's not even considered a weapon.
It's not considered a weapon. So if they say he brought a weapon to school, is it one?
That's really a fingernail clipper.
He said figurative.
And besides that,
Man.
we're gonna have to stop chasing the narrative that this dude crept up in a tent on a rainy day, tapped a white boy on the shoulder, and stuck him in the chest. That's not what happened.
Right.
And
Or opposite.
and thank you. And what really I need to ask why, in the face of what has happened to us in courtrooms, other than maybe OJ, can somebody tell me somebody else black that wasn't rich that went to court and it looked bad for them and it didn't go bad for them?
Give me 1 second. Hey, Imperious, I'm gonna give you one chance and one chance only. Imperious, are you there?
Yeah, I'm not even cussing. I'm flabbergasted by the legal analysis.
Hold on. We could. I know you're a lawyer. We could talk about it and we can get an understanding. I'm willing to do that. If you say one racial epithet, you're out of here. Okay.
Oh, I don't have to go racial. I can do the the homosexual epithets and stuff.
No. Listen, let's just have a conversation.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Really epithets, okay? I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Hold on, Uncle Jeff. Yes, hold on, Uncle Jeff. Hold on real quick. Yes, Uncle Jeff.
Can you do me a favor?
What might that be?
I'm gonna hang out for a little bit.
Yes, sir.
If Imperious get out of line before you throw him out, can me and him have a little bit in the middle of the floor?
It depends. I might need a couple of dollars for that because people are gonna say you let that white boy say whatever.
That's
and
right.
It's gonna be problematic.
I tell you, this depends. Ladies and gentlemen, this depends upon how Iz want to make his bread. But please understand, in case of racial emergency, break glass, your Uncle Jeff is behind that goddamn glass. I goddamn dare you.
No, hold on. Don't dare him. Let him talk. Okay, look.
I'm not cussing. I guess the preamble question would be, regarding this issue, why is it that I could never be insulted or irritated enough to quiet somebody saying any insult to me? You could say kill my mom. You could say do it. Well, I don't care.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I'm just talking.
I'd like to answer that.
But I can say one word and have everyone in an uproar. I just don't understand.
No, you can't.
I'd like to, gentlemen. The man has a question. I'd like to answer it.
Have fix it forever.
If you're at all confused about this, Imperious, I direct you to either the History Channel, B, the movie 13th, C, the movie Amistad, D, the movie 12 Years a Slave, E, the movie Malcolm X. And I'll stop there because I'm high and I'd have to Google other movies to look smart.
Shout out to the
I would just respond to
you would respond when I'm finished. My problem with your question is that it's willfully obtuse.
No, it's not. I would give you the no, it's not.
I'm not done, sir.
But you're babbling. I get 2 seconds and you're rambling.
Imperious, one mic. Let him finish.
No,
Uncle Jeff, you got 1 minute. Okay, you got 1 minute, and then let him go.
I need to ramble for another 60 seconds.
Go ahead.
If you are a lawyer in America and you don't understand why black people are sensitive to what white people say, then you are either willfully obtuse or you are a horrible lawyer. There is no way on American soil that could be unclear to you unless you ignore it. I'll leave it there.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a ton of presuppositions. One, you presuppositioning that slavery is wrong. Why?
Why do
that's like an assumption that it's wrong. Why? We're just assuming slavery is wrong. Why? Where's that moral? Can I
wait? Hold on, Imperious. Wait 1 second. Now you're asking him a question.
Yes. No, I'm not. I'm asking. I'm asking a redundant question that is pointing out the fact that there is no logical basis for what he's saying other than,
okay, go ahead.
I don't like how it feels for me, so therefore it must be wrong. I haven't even. Okay, forget it. They can't. I was on your show before. They can't, dude.
Hold on.
They can't.
Hold on real quick, Imperious. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. because they already ushering you out. 1 second. Imperious. This is the thing.
It's terrifying. They must be terrified of me.
Hold on real quick. Hold on,
Wait.
Uncle Jeff, hold on real quick. The thing is that you, like, if you ask a question and you're not saying that it's a rhetorical question, then he's gonna want to give a response. So you got someone bring Imperious back.
I just want 10 seconds. I want to ask this. What is your moral epistemology to determine that slavery's wrong?
Okay, cool. So listen. So someone shout out to Vixen Forever. She gave you 15 minutes in the box. Yeah. If someone pays $25, they could bring Imperious back. And you know what I'm saying, and let him cook. So we have a bounty system over here. They got him.
Izzy, can you explain that to my? Can you explain that to my subscribers that's watching right now? They don't know about this system. Can you break that down for them?
Okay, so we have a bounty over here. The bounty is. Let me put it up on the screen. Okay, we have a bounty over here. When there's people up here that are saying things that you all don't like, that you all are not happy with, you can support through the Cash App, which is $IsShowBands, or you can support through the Super Chat over on my channel. Right, it's $20 to get them all for 15 minutes, $50 for 30 minutes, $150 for 2 hours, and $500 for good until or unless someone pays the same amount to bring them back. Thank you very much, Vixen Forever. I appreciate you. All right. So now he agreed. Now he could be harsh sometimes, but he agreed not to use any racial epithets. I don't have a problem with him having a difference of opinion as long as he doesn't use any racial epithets. I don't mind him having a difference of opinion. Right. We can have the conversation. At the same time, if y'all want to bring him back to have the conversation, it's just $25. Appreciate it.
How do you have it's my first time on the show, but how do y'all have a conversation with a guy? You don't even have a baseline with 2 + 2 is 4. He's on 2 + 2 is 5. You can't even have a legit conversation with this guy already. I was like, what is he talking about? I'm reading the comments and stuff, but I already know. But let me say this little bit about this track meet stuff real quick, and I'm gonna slide to the left. But okay. Now, it's some guys in here good that they in Texas. Now, at a track meet, understand this. When you see those tents, the tents are normally positioned around the field. Now, you can move them and take them out the ground, move them around, of course. The schools bring them out. The schools have tents that are funded by the school, the district, or whatever, the ISD, whatever. They once you go into the stands, that's fans. You can't. There's no assigned seats like certain like NFL game or NBA game. That's not assigned seats. Now, however, during inclement weather, everybody's just trying to get off and get away. And then second, where are all the coaches and the people like that and parents? It must have been raining pretty hard for a period of time, and everybody just retreated.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said too. They said it was raining very hard at that moment in time.
Yeah, I said, think about this. And this is my thing right here. That somebody can take it and spin it. I said, but okay, they had their logo on top of that tent. He had no authorization. First of all, he wasn't even participating in the track meet. He was just a fan, just like everybody else. He was in the stands. These are 2 football players. Imagine if I take the school logo and go put it on the bathroom, the public bathroom, and put it on there and say, you can't use this bathroom. I'm like, you can't use it. And that's essentially what they done. You can't regulate that. He has no authority. Now, if someone that's on the premises, like the security, people running the property say you can't go into this restroom at this time, or sometimes they be like, this is their team setting. We set up this reserve area. It is restricted for them. But if you ran track, we all go to each other's sides and tents and we talk and all this kind of stuff together. So that you ain't got no business over here. That's bull crap. They tried to bully this boy and they upped the ante when it was 2 people. That's what I'm talking about. It's scary to fight 2 people. They don't play down here in Texas, man. They'll threaten you with their mouth. You won't make it out of here alive. They not playing when they talking about they'll kill you and drag you. Delete. I mean, yeah. They will do some bad things to you, and they actually will make good on it. It's only 8% of black people down there. Y'all got to understand that 50% white, 35% Asian. He don't have a lot of backing in that area. He ain't got a lot of thugs.
You mean Hispanic, right? You said Asian. You meant
No,
Hispanic.
it's not. No, Asian. Look it up. It's Asian. You ain't never seen that many Asians in the area. It's
Wow,
it's not,
where are the Hispanics at? I thought
No, this is
Texas was
Frisco.
largely Hispanic.
No,
Oh,
because
he's
y'all
talking about
don't know the
Frisco.
area. Y'all don't
he's
know
talking
the
about
area.
Frisco.
Yeah. Frisco, Plano, bro. These places are like way different from places in the United States. I ain't never seen so many Asians together. I'm talking about 35% of the population is Asian. It might have a
You need
few
to come out here to
Hispanic.
Garden Grove.
No, I'm talking about Frisco, Plano. Ask anybody that stay in Texas around that area about Plano and Frisco, and they'll let you know off the bat. Do not play.
Oh, sure. I know some people over there. I know some
Wait,
people that live over
Joyce, Jamie, who said anything about slavery? Who said anything about slavery?
I think they're talking about
Your
Imperious.
man, Imperious did. He asked
Oh,
a very
Imperious. Oh, the
valid,
white man said something about slavery. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he asked a very valid, very shut downable question that we didn't get into, and I apologize for the interruption, having him have to leave, because what needs to happen, and real talk, is I would love to do it here on your show. Let's draw a crowd. Let's draw a crowd. I know you listening, white boy.
He's in the back.
Let's draw a crowd. Let's pick a time when everybody can watch me stomp your ears together. Let's whenever you're ready.
Give me 1 second. We might be able to do that now. I might suspend the bounty for him after he come back. I might suspend the bounty. Yo, no racial nothing. We could talk no racial nothing. Shout out to Trinity Locks. When I ran track, we went under any other team's tent and never had any problems, but DMV is so diverse. Shout out to that. Shout out to all the track stars out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and remove this for right now. Okay. A Vixen Forever said, "Here comes this weirdo." She's shout out to Ski Mask Citizen. Trucker Yells in the building. Shit! I came back right on time. y'all are terrible. Shout out to my guy Trucker Yell. Camera Drip said, "I was told not to stop my car in those areas at night." Izzy Bands. Wow. Bishop J. Jermaine said, "No, there are signs that tell you cannot bring weapons to school. You Negroes know this. This is why we did our dirt after school." Come on, right? But if a 3-inch knife is not considered a weapon, then is he bringing a weapon to school? The answer is no. If something happens on a walking path that is known to be used by students, the school will investigate. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, y'all going back and forth. Okay, go ahead, Daryl. You wanted to add something, bro?
I mean, yeah, bro. I feel like this. I feel like black men. I mean, this is really saying the obvious, right? But black men have a hard way of even looking at each other from a legal standpoint, bro. And you was saying it's conservatives. I don't think it's just conservatives, bro. I think it's nonpartisans too. I think some people, they just like my man who was from a policy and law. He was onto something. And I think it was MRM who mentioned that the knife was under 5 inches, right? So it's not really a weapon legally. I feel like this case should already be done, bro. I feel like at this point his family being harassed for no reason.
Well, hey, listen, Imperious, yeah, man, you're not welcome here right now, bro. I told you, even if you put that in the back and put that, I'm not with none of that, man. I'm not with that, man. White boy, nah, man. That's not the same thing. But you could say black boy. But why you gotta say the N-word in the back, man? It's not the same thing. I don't care what you say, bro. You're not welcome here today.
I could explain that.
No, Uncle Jeff, I don't need you to explain it.
All right.
I need him to understand that that's not acceptable here. That's point blank and period. You can say what you want, Imperious, but that's not acceptable here. I don't care what you say. I'll never be comfortable with a white man saying the N-word around me. Never. And you can say what you want. I'll never be comfortable with that. Okay, so yeah, you're not welcome here, bro. That's crazy. Point blank, period, bro. Like that's just what it is. Like I'm not like that. All right, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. You don't understand, but let me go ahead and help you understand. Let me go ahead and ban you real quick, and we get with you.
Ouch.
We'll get with you.
You tried to make the comparison of being called white boy to the N word.
Yeah,
Okay,
like that's crazy.
Not even. Come on, man.
That's
Come
not
on,
even
Imperious.
close. That's not
Come
even
on,
close.
Imperious, man. I know you. Well, I know you're smarter than that, man.
Gentlemen, are we really? Because in the words of Lolly in Sugar Hill, could somebody please tell me why we are kissing this boy's ass?
We're not.
Have we really? Because he typed the word nigga, run from it, and now it's the N word?
Well, it's an AI thing on YouTube.
Yes, come on, Uncle Jeff. Yes, like
you bust out the N word on YouTube. His channel can be. I mean, this particular video can be demonetized.
Especially with him saying it. Yes, especially with him saying, or me referring to him saying it.
Yeah, and if he say it, then they can take Izzy's whole video and not put it back up no more. So this is all
And my
away.
channel, yes,
Okay,
and my channel.
gentlemen, forgive
He
my
know what he
ignorance.
doing.
No, I didn't. Because for as long as I can remember, that word has been tossed around everywhere with impunity. Everywhere. We have complained about how there are other words you can't say, but you can say that word. So forgive me if YouTube has led the charge in censoring that word. I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a shock to anyone else?
No, but especially when certain people use it, and that's what I'm saying. Like when if it's considered hate speech, you see what I'm saying? If it's considered hate speech, then it's something that can't be said.
Yeah, because like Uncle Jeff, it's crazy how they got their rules right. So like if I did a YouTube video and I had somebody on as a guest, they got a thing where you can do like a virtual thing with your phone, virtual live. If I bring somebody on my live, we're both doing virtual. If they drop their word, even though it was that person on their channel saying it while we're live streaming, YouTube will punish me for it. Right. I'm like, I didn't say it. I didn't know he was going to say it, but dude dropped it, and YouTube will punish you. They can completely demonetize your video, or they can tell you they can ban you for that person saying it on your channel, although you didn't know that they were going to say it. Some of their rules are ridiculous.
Okay.
But this is hold on real quick, Uncle Jeff. I want to point out the hypocrisy a lot of your audience has. I think this is your audience. This is craziness. See, y'all are the same people who are outraged that this young man could have the audacity to be in a fight and to fight back, and then someone lose their life, right? But y'all would say, "Oh, y'all get so upset over a word. It's a sad day when a word aggravates a stranger." Like y'all got to stop the cap. Y'all are self-righteous, pseudo-intellectual, pseudo-righteous pieces of poop. Point blank and period. Like at the end of the day, it is disgusting. The insensitivity. Y'all are some of the most want people to be sensitive and save the whales and save the little puppies and the dolphins. But yet still, when it comes to other human beings, you have no compassion, you have no grace, you have no empathy. And that shit is disgusting.
Save McCann.
It's tough for me. To be disgusted by it is. And I think that's where sometimes I think my points of view are so radical that they are misunderstood. Is that people who think like that don't tell me shit about me. They tell me everything about them.
Of course.
To a point that the fact that this individual can reduce I guess, wow, I can't even, I refuse to use N-word. I refuse to use that phrase. The fact that we can be reduced, that person can reduce that word to just a word, and an obvious bigot to a stranger, the fact that they can reduce it to that, so easily, and so many people feel that way. You're just telling me who you are. You're not pissing me off. I just identify with you. So for the record, anybody watching, go watch in the chat or wherever, understand that it take a whole bunch more than that to rattle me. And that I welcome a debate of any kind with an individual like that. I just wanted him to make his sentences in the declarative, like Iz was trying to get him to do, and then he had a convenient tantrum.
But hold on. Hey James, who he said I can't rock with people that accept your cash but block your comments even when you're agreeing with their point of view. I don't need to pay anyone to validate my personal opinion. Who are you referring to? I haven't blocked you. Is this, are you imperious? Are you imperious because you didn't give no cash? What do you mean? I'm so confused. James Robinson, who are you speaking of? You're over here on the Izzy Band show. I haven't blocked you. He said AM. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I that's a gripe you're gonna have to take up with him, family, but I got it. I get you. I understand. Hey, shout out to my man, Modern Renaissance man.